practical political concerns that he might not be able to get reelected because of this?
Okay, on the first one, I talk to President Biden, regularly, sometimes several times in a week, or usually several times in a week. His mental acuity is great. It's fine.
You big lying, scamming dog. Just like you when they ask you, did you cook the burger on the grill good? And then you look at the burger is raw. Wasn't none cooked, Chuck. Wasn't none cooked, Chuck. Wasn't burger cooked on that grill, Chuck. You lying, scamming dog, you. Oh man, I'm telling you, the massive scandals, these they ought to walk him out right here at the podium with his hands behind his back and a whole bunch of other individuals, other Democrats. Big lying, scamming dog up there. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Chuck. Sorry, y'all. That was in my system. I had to get it out. I'm so sorry, family. Let's continue.
As it's been over the years, I've been speaking to him for 30 years since we worked on the Brady bill and the assault weapons ban when I was a young congressman. He's fine. All this right-wing propaganda that his mental acuity has declined is wrong. He's going to win the election because he has a great record, because more and more Americans are seeing that record, because the economy is improving, and because a large number of Americans, including Republicans, fear a Donald Trump presidency for the future of our democracy. Hand was up.
You said in June of last year, in my meetings with President Biden, I found him being command and impressive and wielding influence to make progress on key priorities. But in that same month, Biden apparently did not even recognize George Clooney at a fundraiser. Were you being straight with the American public?
Look, we're just looking forward. Our side on this issue?
I do hear the Democratic messaging that you always say that the Republic is on the side for. Sir, I really do want to ask you about something that has been breaking out of CNN. Our Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson have written a book called Original Sin, and they call it a cover-up of Biden's health and his cognition and his fitness, quite frankly, to be president of the United States. You sat next to Biden in the Oval Office February 27th. 2024, just a handful of months before the president took that debate stage. And it was later reported that you and other Democratic leaders were talking before the debate about having a plan. You and Hakeem Jeffries, Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama. I understand you later denied that ever happened. But I am curious, I'm interested to know whether the man that you saw sitting there on that couch on that day, you were in there, you saw him up close and personal. Did you really not have any idea that he was not fit to serve a second term?
Casey, we're looking forward. We have the largest Medicaid cut in front of us. We have the whole federal government at risk.
You're facing all of this because you lost a presidential election. And is that not Joe Biden's responsibility for deciding to run again?
We're looking forward.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. Senator Chuck Schumer, I know you got to go. I appreciate your time today. We'll see you soon, I hope. Thank you.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again.
When you try to
We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again. What an absolute disgrace. Filthy politicians don't know how to cook a hamburger. Tell you the truth. Please put me on the screen. Please put me on the screen. Hey, there it is. All right. What's going on, family? Look. We got time today. Now, we got time to... They say, Rick, sir, calm down. Your blood pressure, sir. Your CCG levels, your cholesterol, your sugar levels, sir. Your sodium intake, sir. Calm down, sir. All right, y'all. I'll calm down. We almost getting there to Thursday. Trying to get to Friday, trying to get to the weekend. I know. You know. But You know, they keep bringing this up, so we got to respond. We got to pull it up once again. And I might have to give a 0.5. Y'all know how we feel about the fake news, the CNNs, the MSNBCs, but you know, I might have to give them a little bit credit as they are continue to attack Democrats, you know, on the whole the whole cognitive decline, mental health decline, what we've had with Biden, you know, and then seeing how they're doing Senator Featherman. It's just been a circus, a show, you know. I wish they had all this attention that they worried about and how they say how bad Trump is, that this is happening, that this has happened, that by now they want to focus on Biden's decline after everything has gotten exposed and people have been caught and things have been covered up and the report came, the bombshell reports are just flying everywhere. You know that he's been exposed where his health was declining first week in office. All these reports are coming out now. But I wish they cared this much about actual American citizens, of we the people. If they actually cared this much, man, I'm just saying. As much as they call Trump is all Trump the bad guy, Trump deportations, Trump's dictator, Hitler. They're sending people to the camps. They're deporting American citizens. I wish they cared this much about American citizens. We the people. Just saying. I had to throw that out there, man. You know. Congress is a criminal organization. They ought to walk in there and clean house. I'm just saying. They in there arguing, can't get nothing done. We seen in the meeting the hearing this morning, people are falling asleep. Send everybody back send everybody back a reimbursement or something. It's a disgrace, man. Look, asleep. Let me type in asleep. Look. Then went to bed in there. Look. We just, every single video, we always expose something, you know. They say, Rick, sir, calm down, sir. You know. Calm down. So she having a good, I don't know who that lady is, but man, she having a good, look at this one. We seen this one a couple of hours ago. Look at this. They say, Rick, sir, calm down, sir. You know, some of them, some of them patriots don't even get to sleep this good after busting their butt every single day, 30, 40, 50, 80, 70, 100 hours a week, running their own businesses, trying to make it by, trying to pay their taxes, trying to do this and that. I mean, taxed 100 times. Trying to feed the kids, pay the bills. They can't even sleep this good. I'm just saying. I'm fired up today, y'all. I got time today, y'all. I got time today. You know. But just you know. And it's Democrats. Sleep, just asleep. Congress is a complete joke. Look, asleep. I put in asleep on the search bar for the search terms, and look what comes up. They in there having a full-blown nap, man. You just can't make this up. Congress is a nap room. You just can't make this up, man. And look at this scum dog. This lying scum dog. Look.
Talk to President Biden, regularly, sometimes several times in a week, or usually several times in a week. His mental acuity is great. It's fine. It's as good as it's been over the years. I've been speaking to him for 30 years, since we worked on the Brady bill and the assault weapons ban when I was a young congressman. He's fine. All this right-wing propaganda that he's...
Term limits. They should have been walked this fella out.
Mental acuity is declined is wrong. He's going to win the election.
You said in June of last year, in my meetings with President Biden, I found him to be in command and impressive. And
really said Biden was going to win the election. Now that I really hear it over again, it's just, oh man, I tell you.
wielding influence to make progress on key priorities. But in that same month, Biden apparently did not even recognize George Clooney at a fundraiser. Were you being straight with the American public?
Look, we're just looking forward. First one, I talked to President.
Can't make it up, man. Can't make it up. You know.
On to him, and both parties are guilty, the Democrats and the Reptilicans. Check it out.
Ukrainian officials released the kickback numbers they gave U.S. politicians. Joe Biden, 92 million.
Kickback.
Kickback.
McConnell, 89 million.
Kickback.
Nancy Pelosi, 86 million.
How is she still free? How is this woman still free? She should have been in prison.
86 million.
Kickback.
Chuck Schumer,
Prison.
66 million.
Kickback.
Lindsey Graham, 82 million.
Kickback.
Mitt Romney, 71 million.
Kickback.
Throw them all in prison.
John Cornyn, 41 million.
Kickback.
Adam Schiff, 62 million.
Kickback.
Dan Crenshaw, 20.
Put them in prison. Especially when we go back to, we just skip Adam Schiff. Pencil neck. They call him finger neck. That's what Trump calls him. Watermelon head.
Kickback.
Dan Crenshaw, 7 million.
People need preemptive pardons and all kind of other crap. Crooks, man. If you didn't do nothing wrong, why you need a pardon? Crooks.
Kickback.
Kevin McCarthy, and why they're out there screaming at the top of their lungs to get rid of Elon and Doge?
Kickback. When you give your money to Ukraine, you expect that. Kickback. When you front like you give military aid. Kickback. It's the big kickback. I can do wheeling. I
Kickback.
can do stealing. Yes, they can.
Eddie is crazy, man. I tell you. But this is the clip I really wanted to show. You know, we're exposing it every single day.
I
man.
appreciate.
Biden Chuck rips Senator Chuck Schumer for covering up Biden's mental decline. Check this out.
All right, Senator Chuck Schumer, I know you got to go. I appreciate your time today. We'll see you soon, I hope. Thank you.
Take care.
All right. And our panel joins us now. CNN political commentator Jonah Goldberg, the host of the Chuck Toddcast, Chuck Todd, Democratic strategist Paul Begala, Republican pollster Kristen Soltis Anderson, both CNN political commentators. Chuck Todd, go.
He is among the people that are responsible for this. The leaders of the Democratic Party, the staff of the White House. And I have to say, I find everybody now talking to these authors, get out of here. Go home. You're part of the problem. Now you tell us? So I find, the reason why the Democratic Party has less credibility today. Here's an unpopular president, and the Democratic Party has a worse rating than the Republican Party with this catastrophic governance that we've seen over the last 120 days. And yet, why is the Democratic Party in worse shape? Because of this distrust. Because of this, frankly, what the public feels as if the party leadership let them down and let this happen. He's as responsible as anybody else. He was a leader in the party. He could have said something sooner.
Yeah, yeah, that's right, Chuck. Throw him in jail. I'd say y'all walk him out, throw him in jail, make an example out of him. Yeah, y'all get all these people part of the problem out of there. That's how you solve the problem. You got to get them out of there. So you just got to throw them in jail. I think you handcuff them and walk them out. That's what I think.
And that's saying.
In April, Chuck Schumer warned tariffs would be a disaster and cost American families $5,000. Reality. Inflation fell to a 4-year low. Gas prices fell for the third month in a row. Airfare, energy, hotel prices are down. Grocery prices had its biggest decline in 5 years. If Chuck's mouth is moving, he probably is lying. Yeah. And you know, all these things that's happening right now, they don't want to report on it, or they'll report on it and just move on. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to go into complete detail about it. Anything good President Trump does, anything good or anything that they said they would do, but he's actually doing it, he's the bad guy. He's the one destroying America. He's the threat to democracy. He's Hitler. Oh, he wants to be king. They want this to be a kingdom. Oh, you know, it's unbelievable, man. And to see where their priorities are, you know, it's a disgrace, man. And like I said, with these Democrats, I wish they actually cared for actual American citizens. If you actually did, your tone would be different. Everything will be different. You know, everything that we've seen will be completely different. But no, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Let's go and play the clip.
This is one of the most disastrous and poorly thought out policies that the Trump administration has done thus far, and that's saying a lot. First, the disaster to American families is dramatic. It's estimated the average family, it'll cost them $5,000.
Y'all remember this? You know?
More a year. Second, what it does is it makes everybody just worry about spending money. Businesses like...
Lies, fear-mongering. Doesn't stop with these people. Propaganda, rhetoric, it doesn't stop. This doesn't stop with these people.
Certainty. And when there's no certainty, because Donald Trump has been so erratic, businesses hold back on spending, on training, on hiring people. Yep. And it's so poorly done. Do you know, Dana? This policy taxes penguins, but not Putin, because the herd and McDonald Islands are in the tax. All they have is penguins. Yeah. He leaves Putin alone. It's crazy. It's poorly thought out, but most of all, it's a disaster. So one more point. Why is he doing this? To give tax breaks to his billionaire friends. They are all in that billionaire bubble. They just talk to themselves. And they
same scam talking point. Same scam point they always make. Same scam.
Average American families.
Same scam they always say. His billionaire buddies, his rich little buddies. You know, same scam.
Alex Thompson have written a book called Original Sin, and they call it a cover-up of...
You know? But they said, do you have any idea that Biden was fit to serve a second term? Chuck refuses to answer.
I really do want to ask you about something that has been breaking out of CNN. Our Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson have written a book called Original Sin, and they call it a cover-up of Biden's health and his cognition and his fitness, quite frankly, to be president of the United States. You sat next to Biden in the Oval Office February 27th. 2024, just a handful of months before the president took that debate stage. And it was later reported that you and other Democratic leaders were talking before the debate about having a plan. You and Hakeem Jeffries, Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama. I understand you later denied that that ever happened. But I am curious, I'm interested to know whether the man that you saw sitting there on that couch on that day, you were in there, you saw him up close and personal. Did you really not have any idea that he was not fit to serve a second term?
Casey, we're looking forward. We have the largest Medicaid cut in front of us. We have the whole federal government at risk.
You're facing all of this because you lost a presidential election. And is that not Joe Biden's responsibility for deciding to run again?
We're looking forward.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. There it is, y'all. There it is. There it is, man. But that was the biggest point of today's video because this was going viral everywhere. Everybody's posting and talking about it, you know. And I got to come over here and expose it once again and respond. And have a great time with my beautiful family, a part of the channel. If you're new here, join the family. Hit that subscribe button. I love you guys, man. And all I can do is come over here and be real. I might act a little fool. They say, Rick, sir, calm down, sir. Watch your sodium. Watch your sugar. Watch your cholesterol. Sir, watch your blood pressure. It's only Wednesday, Rick. Right. All right. But let me know what y'all think of this, man. I love y'all. God bless you all and your family. And I will catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace and love, you guys.